So after having uh, what 3 or 4 bad games in a row in arena because of how synergized my opponent's decks are, I got one final synergized one that was pretty crazy. Couldn't have been better. It was like Darnassus Aspirant into Mark of the Wild into Senjin. That's like even more rigged. Like, but that's like after 3 or 4 games in a row of rigged stuff though. Like, I mean really rigged. But anyway, onto this game. So I'm testing all my EU decks. Um, I'm keeping the Kazan. Oh, I tossed out my Lava Shock earlier. So, eh, I guess I'll just save my Elemental Destruction for a later time. Dude Hoarder. Sounds like he's playing Tempo. We'll see if he has Flame Wakers or something. But I feel like he's playing either Hyper Aggro or Tempo. Greedy Plague got the better of him, so I get to kill the Apprentice. My hand is really not good to start off. Frost. That's fine. That only makes my totem golem even stronger. Healing totem's great because even if he pings, doesn't really work out. And here comes the standard water LE decks. I remembered the times when I used to play with the water elemental a lot, and it's basically one of the strongest cards in my deck because back then there isn't a lot of things that counters water elemental except if you are also a mage, then fireball or polymorph usually hits that, but you usually want to save polymorph for something like Ragnaros or something back then. Otherwise, water LEs were really strong. They still are, but it's more so now as it's quote unquote reliance card now. Then yeah, everyone has always has arcane intellect. It's like I put it in my deck, I never get it unless I keep it in my hand. And I mean you would keep it, but what I'm trying to say is that putting it in the deck one of is really bad. You might as well just put 2. And I hardly run out of cards without playing that either. Here comes the fireball. It's like most other mages that I play against, everyone has to have those arcane intellects just to stay alive. I've played so many mages games that I don't use arcane intellect and I still have like 5 cards easily.
Elements I like, totems I love.
So here I saw the fireball, and it's good that I got at least 2 or 3 totems there, so it gets buffed. The only thing is obviously it got buffed to 7/7, which is easily BGH, but should be okay from the deck list that I'm seeing from my opponent. See, look at that. Reliance Water Elemental. It used to be a base for how strong the mage is, but now when you see it, I call it reliance. It's almost like, uh, I mean, it's fine if I see Shaman that plays with one Argus and you taunt it up. I mean, you taunt it up once, uh, or that you taunt up when you're dying or something like that. But when you see Shamans that play two Arguses in a row, like that tells you something, right? And I might have misplayed that, but here's the thing. I have my comeback AoE mechanic, and there's no reason for me to kill my own creatures when my opponent, he or she, has the Flame Strike. I'm expecting Flame Strike really soon. There you go. Here comes my Lava Shock. Sweet. And I felt good there because, one, you should always try the Spell Totem first, but because I wanted to play my other card, I needed that mana, and you can see that I was one crystal off, so I did a really quick calculation there, and I was right in my own play.
I'll show them. I'll show them all.
Nice. Fire Ellie arrived at the right time, and let's just start healing myself now because I feel like he might be holding a burst, or at least a one final burst, so I might as well just start to, because I'm not seeing a lot of my higher cards. I'm pretty sure I'll win the joust, and I got lucky that I did. But I didn't want to wait any longer because uh, I would draw into my later game cards, and that would be horrible. So that was a good time, and 10 heal is good enough.
What to do? What to do?
So it's good to see the scientist there because I'm now gonna be seeing a secret or two. So the first thing you would think of is mirror entity, and then the second one will be counterspell. So those are the only two, and I already used my healing wave, so there's no, and my elemental destruction, so it's most likely mirror.
Put this apple on your head.
I mean, he's expecting me not to have that many spells, and even if I do, I'm gonna get countered, right? So obviously this is the way to go. And that was the mirror, so sweet, perfect. And I'm gonna play around second flame strike. So apparently that left card is something else. I don't know what it is. I, I thought it would be a burst card. Or I don't know what it is. Well, thanks for watching.